Hello everyone, it's Brian. Welcome to my 114th live stream. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Actually, no, it's only been a week. Yep. Let me just make sure everything is working. Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 9, No Other Way. So let me just... Alright, now while I wait for people to come in, if you guys are watching on YouTube, please like this, please share, please comment and subscribe. And if there's any other Walking Dead YouTubers that want to ask me questions or give their thoughts on this episode, please let them know. Yeah, so, one second guys, I gotta just do this quick thing.
Brian?
Let's see. Oh, hey guys.
So I saw The Walking Dead season 11, episode 9 this morning, and I thought it was a good episode.
Okay, awesome.
With me, it was okay. Not cut you off. Like I was telling Epic earlier tonight, it was an okay episode, but that doesn't mean it was a bad episode. Even though, and yes, Epic can back me up on this, I have some really big issues with the season, and here's hoping we could talk about that.
Yeah, we will, absolutely.
But I mentioned The Walker Dead earlier that like as bad as this episode was, it's still way better than Fear. I'm sorry, but Fear the Walking Dead, I despise that fucking show. I'm sorry, I hate it so much.
I know, Epic. Just just remember the language. But I understand that you don't like. I mean, you hate Fear. I do as well, and it's just yeah, Fear. There is no excusing it. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I'm gonna try and try something. Why isn't this? Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you guys can watch on YouTube. Well, actually, no. I'm sharing screen. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you guys.
Wait, you're sharing your screen. How are you doing that? I'm just curious.
It's next to. It's got to be on your server or something. I think it's when you're in the stream voice channel. There's like video and then screen. You gotta click
on the bottom, like video. Oh, that thing, like share.
Yeah. One second, guys. Let me just. I don't know. No, wait. I think people can see. Yeah, I think people can see that now. So okay, so yeah, we're gonna go over the episode. So I have AMC Plus.
One thing I didn't like about this episode though was that whole section where Daryl wanted to make a deal with Leah, keep her all of that was pointless in my opinion because Maggie just kills all of them anyways.
Hey, small nitpick, but Leah should be going deaf right here, or the way the angle is. How are none of these hitting her? This angle is terrible. Just pointing that out.
Not to cut anybody off here, but that's how you know the plot armor in this episode is ridiculous because it's all around Leah, for example. The plot armor's all around that character. Meanwhile, nothing bad's happening to her. Am I not noticing this?
Yeah,
but do you agree with what I said that whole deal with Leah, that all of that was pointless?
It was, but I was okay with it in terms of story because it kind of made sense. Okay, so little thing here. Okay, so look, you have Negan here, you have Maggie, and barely any walkers around them, right? And then all of a sudden, here we have Maggie going through walkers, a crazy amount, no Negan. So it was kind of weird. I'm like, wait, what just happened? I'm glad they didn't skip this, but that is a bit of a weird cut that they did.
I know, right? I'm like, bro, that's one that. I'm like, bro, that's so stupid. I'm like, bro. I don't know. It's
Oh,
so annoying
yeah.
at this point.
Oh, and small thing here. I'm just like, wait a minute. There's a Reaper here. I'm like, I thought Leah made sure that all the Reapers were not in the courtyard. Like now, I'm just like, wow. So she basically did the same thing Pope did.
Theoretically speaking, but that's stupid though. Here's why. Not to be rude, not to cut nobody off here or anything. This is why Leah's repeating the same stuff Pope did in a way. And I'm like, bro, that's stupid though because that's her repeating his mistakes. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's so stupid. That's ridiculous.
And I know this might sound mean, but me personally, I'm kind of glad Carver died this episode. I didn't like his character.
Yeah, me too.
Um, do you guys think Maggie is better now after this episode?
No.
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 And here's why. And that's not to cut nobody off here. Here's why. And yes, I was telling Epic this earlier tonight. And yes, I'm gonna bring it up again. So Maggie, so you know that little thing on Maggie's pants, like on her, like under her belt buckle. Like I'm like, okay, she bears outed. And as Negan's like talking with Maggie, because the way Negan's talking is in a way concerned because Negan doesn't want Maggie to make to repeat the same, like a somewhat same decision that he made in the past. And then and yes, and then Maggie looks at Negan, and I'm like, why? I'm like, Maggie, why are you looking at Negan like that? And then this is the scene that pisses me off. So Maggie goes to her knife, and it looks like she's about to grab her knife, like taking it out, just to kill Negan again. But just before she can do that, Negan just straight up walks away, like exiles himself, where he's like, where he knows that no matter what he says and no matter what he does or say, Maggie's always gonna try and kill him. So that's when reasons as to Negan as as to why Negan's like, all right, I'm out. But that's not the point. Like I was telling Epic earlier tonight, that's not the point though. The point is that Maggie in season 11A made a fucking deal with Maggie. Oh, my bad. Not to swear or anything. This just pissed. I'm sorry. This just gets me really upset. So you're telling me you make a deal with Negan in season 11A to base and then like just to grab your knife, mind you, while Negan's walking away, just to go for your knife and basically try to kill Negan again for the fourth time.
Well,
what?
Well, to be fair, this scene they really implied, they really tried to make it seem like Negan was gonna kill Maggie. So she was only getting her knife ready because she thought for a second, wait a minute, what if he is gonna try to kill me again like he did back at the train? So they actually confirmed that. That like the way they shot it.
Doesn't make sense though because in my opinion, this is how I see it. Maggie, I'm like, okay, if Negan's not but then again, that makes no sense though because Negan, no matter what Negan did though, he still straight up walked away. That doesn't mean anything though. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm sorry. Not to cut nobody off, not to be rude. That's not the point. Regardless if Negan was planning to kill Maggie or not, that doesn't excuse the fact that Negan still walked away and Maggie was still going for her knife to kill Negan again. I don't care what she thought in that moment. That doesn't excuse the fact that she tried to kill Negan again. Because let's be fair, if Negan was gonna kill Maggie, try to kill Maggie again, or just leave her to die, he would have been dead. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Epic, what did you think of the Maggie Negan dynamic this episode?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Walker Dead.
Okay. So moving on, we get. So we get the characters in Alexandria, and one quick second. I don't know why it's okay. So right there, Carol says Scott and the others are checking the cul-de-sac. We get our first mention of Scott in season 11. Just pointing that out. No appearance yet, but we get a mention of Scott. So
What? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me you're telling me that Scott is still alive. Meanwhile, we have not seen him in season 10C or season 11A. You're telling me he's still alive, and yet we don't
yeah,
even get to see him? Like what?
yeah, he's so unkillable. Oh my goodness.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I'll give this episode, oh my goodness, I love how they made the Reapers serious again. I'm so glad they did this, where the Reapers are not terrible fighters anymore, because I hated that in most of 11A.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah?
So, do you think that's it for the Reapers? That Maggie just killed like the remaining ones?
Well, those are, Leah's the only one left.
Mm.
But, okay, this was weird. Right here, I'm like, wait, they just showed Daryl got cut or stabbed right here in this shot. But Daryl's fine? I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, what was up with that? I don't understand that part. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. And yeah, this guy tried to run, but Daryl just choked him out, kind of thing. And another Reaper dies. Daryl hides. Okay, so going through the episode. Do you guys like me doing the episode this way? Like no more pictures. Instead, I share my screen and just show you guys. What scene is playing. Do you guys like me doing that for every?
I actually like that to be honest with you. Yeah, I actually like that new change of pace. I actually like it. I want to ask you, Bri, real quick. I know this is a little off topic, but how, the way you're doing your stream on YouTube now, like, how did you link your YouTube live stream to your Discord? Because I'm curious.
Well, I used like an OBS thing.
A OBS thing?
Okay, yeah. So right here, OBS. So right here. So what I did was I created the channel. Well, I went to my channel and went go live first, and then I created the thumbnail for the stream first. And then after that, I clicked on like start streaming or start recording, and then it said what broadcast do you want to use, and then I looked for my video that I had saved. You know what I mean earlier, and
Uh-huh.
and then I just linked them together, and yeah. So that's how it worked. Wait a minute, why can't I?
Why does this sound? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, that shouldn't
Yeah,
be too hard to do, though. I don't know
yeah. You
why.
also you also need this right here. Um. Oh
Like
wow, what
what?
the?
Like a key?
No, you don't really need the key. You need the studio, the YouTube studio thing. You need that. You gotta
So
be
you
on
need
that
YouTube.
page.
No, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. You gotta go to. You also need the YouTube studio page and go live. Um, that way you can link up your YouTube with the OBS program to stream.
OBS program, is that like an app or something you just sign
I
into?
I got it. So yeah, like it's a program like Windows Movie Maker. It's a program. You just try to look for it and see if you can get on your computer.
Isn't it on it's on on the Play Store, like OPS app
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
it
Play Store?
should be. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to find. I didn't have to pay for mine or anything. I found the safe
OBS.
one. So yeah, Judith is
It just
killing.
says OBS.
I think so. Try to look for this icon. You know,
Hold on, I can't see it.
this like circle icon. Wait, you probably can't see it. Well, yeah, right here, this circle icon, right there.
Hold on, let me go. Hold on, let me see on. Let me see.
So Epic. Were you nervous with the Judith and Gracie scene?
Not really.
Give me a second.
Hmm. I was a little nervous because honestly, I really didn't think they were gonna kill off Gracie, but I thought there was a chance. You know, because I thought they said Aaron go gets darker this season, but I'm like, well, how? You know, um, oh my goodness, man, these walkers are so ridiculous. It's like, there's swimming. Oh my goodness, and then Judith dropped her katana. Um, that was, oh my goodness, the way Aaron came here. Um, I don't know. What did you guys think of? Oh, go ahead, Epic.
What I did like is I do like that dog went back to Daryl Alexandria.
Yeah, but honestly, it's just so annoying that Dog's role was pointless this season. In the Reaper arc, he was not used at all, which was just really annoying. So yeah, we have Aaron going nuts on these walkers, which is kind of funny. Um, but I don't know. I definitely think they could have.
Did you think that Aaron was like in danger that he could die when he was struggling with that walker under the water?
No, I didn't. I didn't think he was gonna die. I have no idea how though he kills this walker without getting blood on him. You know what I mean? The walker blood in his face. Because yeah, if that walker blood got in his eyes, he would have went blind or died. So yeah,
Yeah, but I mean the walker blood stuff that's been so inconsistent
yeah.
in the
So
show.
here we have Gabriel. Okay, so this is weird. Like the whole pastor scene. Um, and I'm just trying to think what they're doing with Gabriel because I'm like, we have been predicting his death for so long, and I'm like, what does this do for the character? Like, what are they
Same.
trying to do?
You'd also been predicting Scott's death.
Oh no, well, I stopped predicting Scott's death. I grew tired of it. I'm like, he's never gonna die. But like Gabriel, I'm still holding out uh, my belief that I think that Gabriel is not gonna make it. The way they've been building up since last season with the whole Dante stuff, I really feel like that's the case. And um, I have to
And
say both. Okay.
I know this is off topic, but how do you feel about that? Recent news that Andrew Lincoln was spotted with Norman Reedus in Atlanta.
I think it's possible that Andrew Lincoln's going to be in the last episode, or they're going to start filming soon for the Rick movies. But I'm not holding my breath, kind of thing. Um, so here, like, yeah, I agree with Gabriel on not trusting him, but in this scene, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, whoa, like, did you really have to kill him? But I definitely think Gabriel should not have trusted him because, like, yeah, this guy might kill him. You just never know. Um, kind of thing.
So is that it for the Reapers? Are they all dead now except for Leah?
Yeah, that they are all dead.
I don't
Um,
know if you guys heard what I was trying to say. I was trying to say was when I just noticed my stupid microphone was on mute. What I was trying to say was I don't think these movies are going to happen because at this point we're going into we're almost in March and yet there's still no news. So
Well, I mean, you never know. That photo with Andrew Lincoln and Norman, that could be related to the movies. You never know.
okay.
I don't think so, Epic. I don't think so because knowing AMC, guys, this is AMC we're talking about. AMC that's greedy for money. What makes you think that AMC and Scott Kimball are not lying about these movies?
I think they could. I mean, I was the one who suggested that idea. Um,
Yeah, and I
but
agreed.
but I mean, like I said, I think it's like 50-50 with them lying because like I said, if they were lying about the movies, that'll destroy the network. That is huge. That is major false advertising. Um, okay, so
And
back
by
to
the
the.
way, me personally, Elijah in this episode was completely wasted.
I agree. He was useless. I can't stand Elijah. Like in the scene, he's like, "You killed my sister," and I love it right here. So like,
Meanwhile, he's like standing up, like not kicking nobody off. Meanwhile, he's standing up, and he just falls to the ground. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Just kill him now. Since you killed Alden off camera, kill him. Just kill him now. No one's gonna care.
like
But yeah, like I said, uh, I'm not a fan of the way Daryl was like, like we gotta keep Carver alive. We can make a deal with Leah, and then like that was just all pointless because like afterwards Maggie just freaking takes the gun, shoots all the remaining Reapers, kills Carver, and makes all that pointless.
Yeah. So I talked to Walker Dead about this earlier, and when Elijah's like, "You killed my sister," and he's just like, "Okay." Like I'm literally Carver too in the scene. I'm like, yeah, I had a feeling, but I'm like, I don't care. Like I don't care. He killed your sister. That does not make me relate to you at all. Like, you know what I mean? Because like we never got to know her. We didn't know anything about her. It's just like I don't know.
And another thing I don't like is the scene when Daryl had that knife to Carver's throat, and he's saying, "Hey, if you frickin' disobey me, don't listen to me, I'm gonna kill this guy." And Leah frickin' doesn't listen to him, calls more guards, and then Daryl lets him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was up with the team? What?
Yeah, this was
Like
an
you
interesting.
agreed, Brian, that was
I guess a little bit, but oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just going through the episode and I'm like, my goodness. They did a great job with this fight scene, and once again reminding us like, hey, the Reapers used to be military. So I'm like, yes, finally. And when I was watching this, I was just thinking like, we always talked about how our group are great fighters, but I'm like, oh my goodness, like this scene just showed they're trash. Like they're trash fighters, you know? Oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. Like, Negan had to take a break. Oh my goodness. Like, that.
Hey,
What a
Brian,
scene.
you agree with all the stuff I said about the scenes coming up, though?
Yeah, I still am not sure about this episode in certain situations. You know, like, my opinion could change. Um, like, yeah, there's certain scenes I'm not certain of. But, yeah, okay, so, like, okay, like, I know Elijah's leg is hurt, but I'm just like, seriously, he did not do much this episode. He didn't do anything in the Reaper arc last time I checked. And you have Negan who knocks out Carver, and then Maggie's about to kill him, but Daryl is just like, wait, And I kind of agree with it because here's the thing: they don't know where Gabriel is. You know what I mean? And if they kill Carver, what if they have Gabriel too? You know what I mean? I feel like Daryl was being smart here because they don't know if they have Gabriel. They don't.
Like me personally, now that the Reapers are like all dead and that their story is done, I have to say the Reapers were trash.
Yeah, they had a great beginning, a decent ending, but the middle was just terrible. Like the big middle chunk was so bad. Okay, big nitpick here. There was no way Aaron could have gotten up here. Like, you know what I mean? It makes no sense. Because like he's missing an arm. That pipe is wet. It's pretty high up there, and yeah, maybe he could reach it if he's on the table. But I'm just thinking like that's the thing about him having one arm. Like it shouldn't work. If it's a character with two arms, I could see it, but Aaron has one arm, so it doesn't work the same way. You know. And okay, and here's another huge nitpick. Look at this. Lydia somehow tied a rope outside and to the inside of the basement, right? And she's pulling Aaron in, right? But this is a plot hole because that rope has to be tied. What's it tied to on the inside of the house of the basement? Because Aaron was hanging on with both of his arms. So how could he have tied that end of the rope to anything in there while he's hanging on? Like, that's a plot hole.
Well, no one AMC and they love their plot holes, so.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it because I mean they didn't want to kill off Aaron. They had to find some way.
But I mean, I can understand why they don't want to kill off Aaron since the show's almost over. But you have to understand that it's still a plot hole.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's still a plot hole at the end of the day.
It's a
Well, yeah,
dumpster.
but I mean, they had to find some way for him to get out of there.
I know, but like I guess Epic. What I'm trying to say is they should have did it another way because this is not realistic. If it's not realistic,
Mhm.
if to the story to their world, then don't do it. Find another way to make it work. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said before, and yes, I'm going to say it again. If it doesn't make sense for the story, don't have it in that episode or don't have it in your story. It's as simple as that. I don't understand. Like, why would you have? So you're telling me you're gonna have plot holes in the second half of your final season. How dumb does that sound?
And by the way, and speaking of dog, what doesn't make sense is like during this whole scene, dog is gone, and yet after everything, after all the Reapers are killed, dog just appears out of nowhere.
I agree.
What? Yeah, that's
Where
so
was Dog?
stupid.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though.
Well,
Daryl gives.
I don't know about you, that was just weird.
Oh yeah, it
Like
was.
after all this, dog just comes out of nowhere. Like, where was he?
Okay, yeah. So I agree, Epic. Yeah, it's a bit of a plot hole. Because realistically, Dog should be here. He's missing. And here, Daryl gives Maggie the gun because he trusts her, and maybe the fans disagree with it, but Maggie broke Daryl's trust in this scene. Because she let her emotions control her. I guess. But like, yeah, like were the Reapers bad people? Yeah, I agree. But the thing is that Daryl clearly trusted Maggie and then regretted his decision. So yeah, so okay, so yeah, now they're talking, they're holding him at
This,
knife point.
this whole scene, I already told you why I don't like it. It makes no sense, in my opinion.
And not to cut nobody off here, but now I'm starting to see as to I don't know why, but here's what just came to me now. Now I'm starting to see as to why Michonne and Maggie had a big conflict because Maggie wanted to do whatever she wanted to do, and meanwhile, Michonne was thinking about the people of Alexandria, and it blows my mind. I'm thinking about that now because like in this episode, Maggie let her emotions get the best of her, and because of that, she broke Daryl's trust. Like, am I not wrong about this?
No, I mean, you're not wrong. Did she break the fans' trust? No, but she definitely broke Daryl's in that scene. And like I said before, I cannot stand what they did with Elijah. Like, okay, hear me out. Elijah was a silent, tough guy with those weapons. He had skill. He was quiet. Now all of a sudden, he's crippled, obviously, and just talking about his sister. He doesn't wear his
Brian,
mask, and I'm just like, what is up with this character?
sorry to interrupt you, but one thing I don't like about Elijah is that he doesn't even wear his frickin' mask anymore.
Yeah, what is up with that? He used to have a hood, a mask, dual weapons, and be silent. Now he all he talks about is his sister getting revenge for her kind of thing, and he literally could just throw it, but he is walking to Carver. Why? If he wants to kill Carver right here, right now, get himself killed, whatever. Why is he crawling towards him instead of throwing his weapon, which is right there? Like that's just like what is going on?
That's stupid. I'm sorry, but that's so stupid. Elijah, they're not doing nothing with him. It's like with Lydia. If you know they're not doing anything with this specific character, then why have them around? Why?
Look,
I'm like,
look,
okay, if Elijah's story's over, if there's nothing left you can do with that character, kill the character off.
Yeah. And yeah, so here we have Gabriel taking over the sniper role and Carver gets shot. Um yeah, so Maggie asks Negan what he thinks. Um and I interpreted this as Negan basically doesn't care. All he wants, whether the Reapers live or die, he doesn't care. He just wants to get out of here. Like, no more messing around here. Let's just go. I thought that's what the scene was implying. But everyone's saying that Negan advised Maggie to kill them all, which I didn't get that feeling. You know what I mean? Like,
like you said, I'm not a fan of how Daryl had Carver with a knife to his throat, and then you know, like like he was threatening him, and then like he just let him go, and then he gets shot. And like me, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be fueled by anger from Elijah's words, like Josephine and Teresa, all of them that died, and I'm just like, I don't care. Like if AMC was trying to make us feel like Maggie in this scene, they failed. I'm just pointing that out because I don't care about the people that Maggie lost here. The what 10 people she lost here um, because let's remember she left her group for years without saying goodbye for this, to be a part of these people, and we never got to know them. And I'm just like, I just don't care. Like I'm not feeling
And,
what Maggie's feeling here.
and this scene coming up, like I said, it makes Daryl feel pointless.
It makes
Yeah,
his character look like an idiot. That's what Epic is trying to say.
yeah. Also, it's like Daryl's just like, you shot my girlfriend or well, ex, but you know what I mean. It's like, I mean, I guess I'm trying to remember if he ever told her that, but um,
It's possible because knowing The Walking Dead at this point, it's possible Daryl told Maggie off camera. But even at this point, I doubt Maggie would care anyway because Maggie is willing to do whatever the fuck she wants to do in order to kill these
language.
Reapers. My bad
And by the way,
for
I'm sorry.
yeah, excuse
I,
my French, but that's how angry that just gets me to think that this is what they're doing with Maggie now. Like, are
and
you
by
kidding
the way,
me?
and by the way, I'm sorry. That whole freaking, like you're about to shoot someone and then you're out of it. That's the biggest trope ever, and I'm sick of it.
It's worse. Here's the thing. It's worse when it's normal handgun and it's just simply out of ammo because when a gun runs out of bullets, the chamber it shifts. You know what I mean, guys? Like it pulls back and you see the barrel like stick out like crazy. It like sticks out like a whole bunch after your last bullet is fired and automatically you're empty. But in The Walking Dead, characters always the gun is always whole, and then they fire but no ammo. Like it's like yeah, that's kind of a cliche.
So,
Um,
Brian, real quick, like, not to cut nobody off here. I know this is a little off topic. I just wanted to let you know we might have to do a redo of episode one of our podcast because knowing YouTube, it was being stupid.
yeah.
So I
I'll let you.
apologize about
And
that.
That's
and,
okay. I'll
and
let
this
you
is
know
the
when I'm
scene.
free.
And this is the scene I'm talking about, where all of a sudden Dog is there. Like, where was he?
I
Yeah,
know,
I
right?
don't.
I'm like, bro, what it?
Also, where did this horse come from? Where did
I
this
know,
horse?
right? Like, what the? Like, what?
I thought they had a truck. The
But hey,
Reapers.
hey,
That's
Brian.
unrealistic. That's how you know. That's so unrealistic. Like, what?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Like, do you agree with me that it's just weird how like during that whole moment, Dog was gone, and then he just pops up out of nowhere here.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's absolutely terrible. They never should have had Dog in this Reaper arc. They never should have done it because they did nothing with Dog in this, Reaper arc, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but it's like, why is Maggie? I don't care about her relationship with Elijah. I don't care. It's off screen. She treats him like a child or something. I'm like, no, he's a grown man. Okay, it's just so annoying. I don't know, but
And here we get frickin' Alden death.
yeah. This death. Okay, small nitpick again. Why is he crawling? Like he should be walking. Because when he was alive, yeah, he could barely stand because he was injured. But walkers don't feel pain, so he should definitely be walking. Um, and like honestly, like I had a feeling everyone kept saying he's gonna die in episode 9. He's gonna die in episode 9, and it happened. Like, and it was predictable, but it made sense. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, oh AMC, how could you get rid of this character? Because I'm like,
And
I kind
here's
of
here's
understand.
the scene triggers Walker dead.
What happened?
Now I'm saying this is the scene that triggers you.
Oh yeah, that whole thing with Alden dying off camera. Not to be rude here, but this is I'm sorry. I'm gonna rant because so you're telling me out of the day I'm like okay. Out of all of the ways you could have had Alden die, this is how you have him die off camera? What? So you're basically not to nobody off here, but so you're basically telling me the heads on this. So you're basically telling me the heads on spikes were just pointless because now, now that I'm thinking about it right now, Alden's off-screen death makes the heads on spikes in the show even more pointless now. And I'm like, bro, that's so stupid. Not to be rude, it's ridiculous.
You know what I would have done? I would have had a scene where you have Maggie walking to the church before she says, I'm going to go find Alden with Gabriel. Like, she leaves Meridian, and then we see a shot of Alden in the church. He's bleeding out. It's daytime or something. And then all of a sudden, he hears some noise at the door. He hears footsteps, and we see Maggie outside, right? And she's about to open the door. But then as Maggie opens the door, to the inside the church, it then shows Alden inside the church, and a Reaper comes in. So it's like making us think that that's Maggie, that's coming for him. But no, but we're seeing Alden's death a day before this, like before Maggie walks in, and then I would do a transition where we see Alden. Him and the Reaper fight. He is killed, but he kills the Reaper. And then we have a transition where we see fresh blood, Alden's blood on the ground. And then we see a day later, it dries up. And then we see Maggie looking at zombie Alden. I would have done a transition like that because there's a great transition at the end of this episode. And I'm like, that would have been cool. Like, imagine we see Maggie outside the church, Alden is inside the church. And then we're like, oh, she's going to save him. And then it's like, no. We're seeing, in the Alden side of it, we're seeing it a day before,
And speaking of Alden, now that he's dead, there are officially no more saviors left in the show.
I mean, unless you include Negan or Gracie, but yeah.
Negan, the reason we say, the reason Epic says that is because, with Gracie, we don't know what they're going to do with her now. And with Negan, we don't even know if he's going to return for the rest of season 11B, because after the whole thing with the Reapers, it's like, okay, what's next for Negan? After he left Maggie, like, what's next for him?
Maybe they had Negan leave so they can set up a spinoff.
Oh my gosh, bro! I just thought about that now. Not to cut nobody off. Oh my gosh, bro! That pisses me off.
You think that's what they're doing, Brian? That's why they had Negan leave, because they're setting up a spinoff. But
I do. Not yet. They're not going to do the spinoff just yet. We're going to see Negan a little bit more in the show, but I definitely think this is going to help set off his spinoff. And so here we see Dog, and I'm just thinking, like, man, I wish they had him stay back at Alexandria, because he was sadly useless in this Reaper arc. He had no purpose. He was given nothing to do. Kind of like Elijah, except we like Dog. Elijah, we don't like him.
Well, we don't really care for his character, so.
I'm sorry. Dog's an iconic fan favorite.
Yeah. I know, baby, but when you're done on the phone, can you drop the plastic for me?
Hey, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dog's an iconic fan favorite,
right? Yeah, absolutely. 40 minutes. Oh, wow, it's only been 40 minutes. Yeah, I agree. Dog is a fan favorite. They're not going to kill him off. By the way, I heard rumors in this episode that during the confrontation with Leah, that something was going to happen, and Dog was going to bite Daryl on the neck, and either Dog runs away or he's killed, but Daryl gets this massive scar on his neck or shoulder. I heard rumors they were going to do that, like this episode.
Thank God they didn't.
Yeah, because that would have been like, ooh boy. Um, yeah, so here we have.
Yeah, yeah. If they did that, that would just been another way to just piss off the fans.
I agree. Hey, Epic, I just want to ask, like, so like Daryl was very important in the Reaper arc. Gabriel was important. I truly believe though he should have died. I still feel like he should have died. Now Maggie was important to the Reaper arc, but Elijah, he did not kill a single Reaper in the entire Reaper arc. He didn't avenge his sister. He didn't. He said that I want to kill Carver. He never got to. He didn't kill a single Reaper. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like, why did they even have this character like that did nothing in the arc? You know what I mean?
Me personally, I don't understand why they would kill off that Duncan guy, kill off that. I think his name was Cole. Like, why would they kill off those two and then keep Elijah?
I don't know. Honestly, I do not know. Because Elijah, honestly, like he should have died in the middle of the Reaper arc. Gabriel should have died at the end. Honestly, I just feel like something like this should have happened. And yeah, Jerry asks where everyone else is. And oh my goodness, Alexandra has had better days.
Like, maybe the only reason they kept Elijah is because they were like, like, we don't want to have all of Maggie's people just die off right away. But I mean, we don't really care about her people.
No, we don't. Oh my goodness, just oh yeah, okay. So now we have the kids coming. Yeah, that is interesting. Maggie with Herschel. Hopefully, we get more scenes with them. I want to see Herschel interact with Negan. That would be cool. Oh, and Epic. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Okay, so 1 second. Look at that. These two, I looked it up on the wiki. These two are from Maggie's group.
Oh my
No
God.
joke. These two didn't go with their leader and their friends to take back their home. They didn't go. They didn't do anything. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, AMC. Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed this episode. But are you seriously telling me these people did nothing, when they came back? They let their leader and friends go out on a suicide mission to fight against the Reapers. And they just stayed here. Like, what did these two do in Alexandria? Nothing. They didn't go like Carol and the horses.
And I'm sorry if this sounds mean, but like the whole Elijah getting revenge on his, right? Avenging his sister. Like, me personally, I know this might sound mean, but I don't care about his sister.
Same. What they should have done is they should have had Carver kill Elijah too. He wants to get revenge, and he's killed as well. They should have done that.
Okay, like, why should I care about a character that we didn't even meet?
Yeah. But like I said, my biggest peeve is, like, seriously, these two they came to Alexandria after losing their home, and they could fight, I guess. They have arrows, they have, they're some of Maggie's people, the Warden. So it's like, okay, they probably should be able to fight. They didn't go with Maggie, their leader, mind you, or most of their friends to fight against the people who took their home. They didn't help Carol, Magna, and them with the horses. They didn't help them look for Connie. And I'm like, okay, then why do they exist? I'm like, these people are just, oh my goodness. I'm like, why AMC? This is why the budget suffers. Because you just bring these two nobodies. Nobody asked for more wardens. We don't care. Make Elijah the last one. We don't care. But why add two more? I don't know. It's just oh no way. No way. Epic. It's 3.
What? Oh God.
Oh my goodness. You're telling me they had 3 more wardens who stayed behind. Oh my goodness. I'm done. This is why Maggie's group can all die. This is why. They just spawn. They spawn like a video game character. They don't have characters.
I will say one thing I did like about the ending is Daryl reuniting with Connie.
Oh, I did too. There should have been more though. With that reunion, kind of felt a little short. So yeah, the characters came back with the food, it kind of didn't matter since the Commonwealth comes anyway, like 5 minutes later. But I mean, it makes sense.
Oh, hold on. So now in that shot, I just noticed now. So you have Lydia there.
Language. What?
Oh, what a joke! Oh my gosh, bro! Oh, what a joke, bro! I'm so pissed off right now. This is what pisses me off. So you have Lydia once again in that episode says one line, doesn't do nothing. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Lydia was pretty useless this episode.
Walker Dead. Did you hear what I said earlier about how?
No, I didn't. What'd you say?
You know who these people are?
Oh, let me guess. A response, response of Maggie's group.
Yeah. So they didn't go with Maggie, their leader, and their friends, to back to their community to take it back from the people who stole it from them, who killed some of their members. No, they didn't help Carol find the horses. They didn't help look for Connie. You're telling me that in 11A they did nothing? I'm like, oh,
what a joke! What a joke! Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
and now this is why. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Maggie, and her group needs to die. Like I told that big girl earlier tonight, and yes, I'm gonna say it again. Maggie and her group. Same with Lydia. They all need to fucking go. And not to be rude, I'm just pissed off. I'm sorry. Not to be rude, not to swear. I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. I'm just. This is what gets me mad. You have characters like Elijah and Lydia that do nothing for the story. We get a mention of Scott. Yeah, he's not there. You have Maggie who's trying to kill Negan again for the fourth time, mind you. And now here we are again. But only this time, you're really telling me that there's more people of Maggie's group, but just didn't do anything or go with Maggie? What?
I know.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness! If I was Aaron or someone, I would have kicked out those wardens if they didn't do anything. If I was Maggie when I left for Meridian, I would have asked them all to come. I mean, come on! Like, are you serious? Like, it's
Brian.
so weird. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Epic.
How do you feel about the ending to the episode? Where
I'll get to
Bill is in the freaking riot gear, approaching the Commonwealth, and then like Maggie said, it didn't have to be this way, and Daryl says, yeah, it does.
Oh, I'll get to that soon, Epic. I really enjoyed it actually. So Rosita, obviously it makes sense why she didn't go to the whole suicide mission thing. But like I said, I mean, like, come on, you had Roy from the Hilltop and Gage go, and you have a good chunk of Maggie's people who don't go. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm just, like I said, it's kind of annoying, and I don't know. Do you guys think that Gabriel should have died at the Walker Dead? Do you think Gabriel should have died in the Reaper arc instead of this scene? Because
in my honest opinion. So wait, whoa, hold up. So you're telling me Gabriel died?
What?
I'm like, bro, what? So are you serious right now? No, he should have. I'm sorry. He should have died. If that's the case, he should have died in. Not during the Reaper arc. He should have died during the Whisper arc in the show. If he died, if he's already dead at this point, in my honest opinion, he should have died in the Whisper arc in the show.
By the way, I still don't get this relationship. Like, it just is weird to me. Like, how do they the chemistry between Rosita and Gabriel, how does it work? Like, what makes them compatible with each other? They've never really showed it. So, like, with Connie and Daryl, they've showed it. Connie and Daryl have so much chemistry. So, like, I'll get to it soon. But, like, what I'm trying to say is that, like, Rosita is a soldier and Gabriel is just, a pastor who's now, kind of struggling with his faith. That's the only thing. But with Daryl, him and Connie are perfect because he doesn't talk much and he is a great fighter. You know what I mean? And, Connie, she can't talk at all, so he has to talk, but she has this bright energy. Daryl is cynical. She is very positive. That's why they're perfect for each other, in my opinion.
I disagree. I disagree because again, if they were like again for the 100th time, if they were gonna do Daryl and Connie, they would have done it in season 10. But the fact that they have not done it at all past this point makes. I'm sorry, I do not see it. I don't see. Here's why. I don't see Daryl and Connie being together because we're halfway towards the end of the series. Meanwhile, we're gonna have a Daryl and Carol show. And if it's just going to be all about Daryl and Carol, then what makes you think that Daryl and Connie are going to get together?
I'm not sure, but speaking of get together, what's going on here in the background? Last time I checked, Magna and Maggie never met.
What the? Wait, what? I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm done. I can't no more, bro. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done right now. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, that is very weird how Maggie's hugging.
I can't do this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, little things like that. Okay, Kelly, yeah, that makes sense.
Like maybe that was Maggie and Magna first meeting each other, and they were just giving each other a friendly hug. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of weird still, like to do a hug like that after you came back. I feel like you don't hug so one day you just meet, kind of. Oh, and here we have dog trying to eat an apple. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, so Daryl just talking and yeah. So yeah, see these reunions make sense. Gabriel's just like, yeah, a lot of us didn't make it. Gage and half of Maggie's people, half, not most. And it's just like, okay, and then
speaking of Gage, why didn't he mention Roy? Like, why didn't he mention Alden didn't make it or Roy didn't make it?
No, he said Alden didn't make it. He said Alden didn't make it. But
what about Roy? The guy with the eye patch. What about him? Why wasn't he mentioned? You mentioned Gage and Alden, like you just said. Well, and half of Maggie's crew. But what about Roy?
Well, actually, now that I think about it, where's the scene where Daryl needs to go to Roy's kids and tell him he didn't make it, right?
Oh my gosh, bro! I just thought about that. I'm done, bro. I can't, bro. This is ridiculous.
Well, like I said earlier, I'm sticking with the show until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird they have a line with Roy telling Daryl to tell his kids he didn't die a coward kind of thing. He tried, but we're not gonna see that. It's kind of weird, hear me out. Like, at the beginning, a happy reunion. Don't get me wrong. I love what the scene was trying to do, but like I said, it's like, well, wait a minute. A whole bunch of people died. And last time I checked, they all had someone who cared about them. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, like, this reunion's so sweet. They brought the food back. But I'm like, and the saddest thing is that Alden didn't make it or Negan left. It's like, no. The saddest thing was that a whole bunch of people died and their family members still live in this community. They should still be alive. Like, oh my goodness. It's just so weird that the show is like, no, let's do a happy reunion. And we're going to be like, wait, what about the family members of the people who died? And the show is just like, no, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to do that.
I mentioned this to Walker Dead earlier, but I saw a tweet on Twitter with like Alden holding baby Adam, and then below it was zombified, Alden, and the tweet said, "Who's going to take care of baby Adam now?"
Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already thought of this way in ahead before the show, cause yeah. Okay, yeah. So here we have Eugene, who's just like, wait, we're all friends. My goodness, Eugene totally saved them because yeah, our group would not have won if these guys literally if they fought. Oh my goodness, yeah, our group would have been done. I mean, there is no competition. Like Daryl's crossbow, that's not killing anyone right now. Um, hey guys, okay, small thing. Why were the Commonwealth soldiers taking out ethanol? Did you guys see that from the truck? I'm like, wait a minute. Like, why ethanol? That's not what they need. They need walls, food, and things to fix their power. You know what I mean? Like the solar panels. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Why do they have ethanol? I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Yeah. See that? It's got a Commonwealth symbol on it. I can't think of a reason why they would need that. I don't know. But hold on one second. Who's still in the chat? Okay, yeah, so you guys are both here. Just checking. So here we have Eugene talking, and oh my goodness. So this is everyone from all the communities now, basically. Like, okay, so I see Jerry, Father Gabriel, Rosita's in the back. I see Connie, Gracie, the kids, Herschel, RJ, Judith, Adam. Yeah, see, there's Barbara with Adam.
I'm guessing because we saw a dog in that group next to Daryl. I'm guessing he also went to the Commonwealth.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, so here we have Maggie, Elijah, Lydia, and here we have on the left of Eugene's leg, I see all those do you see all those women on the left of Eugene's leg between the church pole and Eugene's leg? Who are all those women? Where's Sydney? Where's Scott? Where's Luke? Where's oh my goodness, Jules? Like, I don't understand. Who are those women? Like, I see main character.
Maybe they're the leftover women from Oceanside. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, Walker Dead, are you there, Walker Dead?
Yeah, he's muted.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm listening, all right, and I'm still like, I honestly don't care at this point because it's the same thing every single week. It's like here's new people, here's new this, here's new that, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Why should I care? We don't know who these people are.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, here, like, okay, so here we have main characters in the series, and then here just a bunch of randomos. No one from Oceanside. Okay, so like, are they seriously like this is everyone from Alexandria, from the Kingdom, from Hilltop, from the Sanctuary? This is it? I'm like, oh my goodness, like what happened? I know they had some deaths, but I'm like, the communities used to be so big, and I'm just thinking like, man, they really forgot a bunch of characters. Like that should be here. Yeah, Luke. Oh my goodness, there is Connie. She has been in Alexandria for a few days now, and no Luke anywhere. It's so weird. Oh my goodness. There's Rosita and Coco. There's Aaron. Who do you guys think are gonna go to the Commonwealth? Actually, Walker Dead, you saw the episode, so maybe you can't say because it might be a spoiler. But Epic, who do you?
I'm not gonna say anything, but I don't know about you, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but God help your soul if you do like it, because then again, I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, bro, I'm tapping out. I can't with this no more. It's the same stuff every single time. We know how this is gonna go. In the show, we know how this is gonna go.
Well, like I said before, I'm staying with the show until the series finale. It's.
I just realized something silly. Like, why is this random warden between, like, most of the main characters that we know? Like, our group. Like, you got Kelly, Magna, Carol. next to Carol, and there's RJ's like down there somewhere with the kids. I'm like, what is this guy doing here? I'm just like, oh my goodness. I don't know. It's just weird. You have a randomo between in the center of the main characters that we actually care about. Like, I'm just like, oh my goodness. I don't know. It's just the show. Don't get me wrong. It's great. It's enjoyable. But like the little things like this just bug me. I'm just like, my goodness. But yeah, Lance is like, it's quite clear you've fallen on the hard times. Yeah, like the communities, they used to have what, hundreds of people? Now they have like less than 40. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah. Our group definitely needs some help. Absolutely. And it's like, does the Commonwealth want something in return? Yeah. But to be fair, they don't really have a choice, you know. And okay.
And by the way, I find it ridiculous how Barbara is the only remaining Alexandrian in that group.
Well, there's Aaron too, and Scott.
Well, yeah,
Scott's somewhere there. Okay, so here we get the 6-month transition. First off, I love this transition. So good. You know, but here we have Elijah.
I mean, I said before, Maggie, she doesn't really deserve to be the the leader of Hilltop because of.
Yeah.
Well, I'm being honest, she doesn't deserve to be the leader of Hilltop anymore, and I agree because knowing what she did before, abandoning her own people, I'm like, bro, that's something that you don't. I'm sorry, there's no excusing that. There's no forgetting about that. You still did it, and because of that, you don't deserve to be the leader of Hilltop no more. What's the point? This is what I said. What's the point? Jesus is dead. Alden's dead. Enid's dead. Tara's dead. What's the point now?
Also, the 100 or so people that lived in the Hilltop back when it was still thriving under Tara and Paul, they're dead too. So, yeah, you can see some.
She doesn't deserve to be the leader of Hilltop because of her abandoning her people and everything she did.
So yeah, only a crazy I mean, hear me out. If Maggie wants to be the leader of this pile of rubble, you know, burned ash, and a leader of 5 people? Because like, besides Elijah and a few wardens and her own son, I mean, come on, like this scene clearly show that hey, Maggie is the leader of the Hilltop again, but she's only got less than a handful of people. Because yeah, that's I would say that's probably the only people who would trust her like ever again.
That's bad, bro. That's bad. I'm sorry, but that's terrible. It makes you wonder. I'm sorry. I'm not to sound mean or anything. Maggie in the show should have. I know this is about to sound super harsh, but Maggie in the show should have never became the leader of Hilltop. The way I see it, if somebody was going to become the leader of Hilltop, it should have been like if Scott Gimble never. This is why I bring up Scott Gimble. If Gimble never killed off Glenn, that's why it should have been either Glenn, Rosita, or Tara. If Glenn never died in the show.
Well, I mean, the only reason she became leader of Hilltop in the show is because, yeah, that's what happened in the comics. But.
But I understand that, Epic, but it's pointless now. Her becoming the leader of Hilltop is pointless now, and here's why I say it. Because she abandoned her own people. That which makes her becoming the leader of Hilltop in the season finale of the Walking Dead TV show, it makes that seem so pointless. Because of what she did.
Hey guys, okay, so moving on, we have like Lance and like 15 Commonwealth soldiers here. And obviously you can tell something's up with this one. Because yeah, we find out it's Daryl. And look at this, his armor, he's got some blood on him. He has no gloves, no weapon, and he's missing some armor, you know? So I don't know if there's a reason for this, but it looks a little off, obviously. And yeah, he's like, open up. And a lot of people think that Daryl is just playing both sides kind of thing, just like the Reapers. But I don't think they should do that twice in one season. That just doesn't make sense. Like, you literally just did that, you know.
And by the way, this might sound funny, but I guarantee they'll probably make more Daryl figures and pops and him in that riot gear.
At least it'll be something new. Yeah, at least it's
Yeah.
something new. So yeah, Daryl's just like, yeah, it does. And like I said, small nitpick, but Daryl should have cut his hair. They should have had Norman Reedus cut his hair for the scene, because I don't see how that you can like literally wear a helmet like that with all that hair. But also, it would have showed that, whoa, Daryl with a haircut, fans would have been even more blown away. That like they would have been like, whoa, did Daryl really? It looks like he's 100% for the Commonwealth. Like Daryl will never cut his hair, you know. This would have been an amazing change to the series. Like Daryl has short hair, and that would have been like, that would have made it look more like, whoa, yeah, he's for the Commonwealth. At least that's what it looks like.
And he would have, and it would have made him look like how he was back in season 1. But.
Exactly. It would have actually showed a change with the character. Now, I understand changes can be interior for a character, like on the inside, but change on the outside is good too. When a character has a different arc, sometimes they need a different outfit and look. And he had the outfit, but it's kind of messed up, obviously. And then the look, yeah, it didn't work. Like I said, this is a great doing the 6 month later thing. That's a great idea. But Daryl having short hair would have blown the fans away, like, you know, because like, yeah, he's in the Commonwealth.
So do you think when they cut to that 6 months later, do you think Dog is at the Commonwealth during this?
I mean, he's not with Maggie from what we saw, so yeah, yeah. So that's it for the episode.
Not to be. What was I about to say? Yeah, this is what I was about to say. I'm sorry, not to sound rude or whatever. I'm sorry, Daryl. This is a big plot hole, and yes, I'm gonna bring this up now. Daryl being a Commonwealth soldier makes zero sense whatsoever, and here's why. As I explained to Epic earlier tonight, Daryl doesn't have military experience. With Rosita, you can argue that yeah, she has somewhat of military experience. But here's the issue with Daryl: he has no military experience. Sure, he's good at hunting, but that doesn't mean he has military experience. That's why him being a soldier at the Commonwealth makes zero sense. And when Daryl takes off that Commonwealth helmet, he doesn't even have a proper haircut. I'm like, what? That's why I say that part right there's a plot hole.
I will admit, yeah, the haircut is a small plot hole, because as we saw with the Commonwealth in 10C, and you know a little bit in 11A, the soldiers, the male soldiers do need a haircut. It is a requirement. The female soldiers do not really, but the male soldiers do. And okay, so as far as Daryl being a soldier, I will say it's not a plot hole, because the Commonwealth have banners that say "Join the military." So, being a soldier is the one job in the Commonwealth you don't need to have done before the apocalypse to be it. Like, it's the one job where, even if you were a cashier or something before the apocalypse, you can be a soldier, because because obviously Pamela understands, hey, like we still are in a zombie apocalypse. We could use some soldiers, you know what I mean? So not every soldier in the Commonwealth is a soldier from before, you know what I mean? So yeah, it kind of makes sense you need some new soldiers. Yeah.
So I noticed you changed the thumbnail. Like before you went live earlier, it was a photo of Dog, but you changed it to a picture of Daryl.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it. I wanted to have a picture that related to the episode. And Dog did, sort of, but I guess like I used a picture of Dog because I couldn't find this picture of Daryl anywhere, and I just decided to do a snippet. Like I looked online, I'm like, okay, where's a good picture of Daryl in the Commonwealth armor? And I'm like, I couldn't find it, so I just made my own. But yeah, okay, so little thing here. So like, okay, I don't know Maggie's reason. Maybe Maggie has a good reason for not joining the Commonwealth. Maybe, because it looks like it's quite clear that Maggie did not accept their help to rebuilding the hilltop, and maybe the Commonwealth will force their way in. Maybe they want to install their own leader. Who knows? But why is Maggie? I guess what I'm trying to ask is why is she against the Commonwealth? Obviously, we could see it. We haven't seen it the whole 6 month thing, but I will say like doesn't Maggie does she not think that maybe it might be a good idea to give it a chance? And what I mean by that is for Herschel, you know what I mean? Um, like is Maggie not thinking about maybe this could be a good life for Herschel, like a community that's safe, make it safe because like right now the way the hilltop looked at the end of the episode, that is not going to keep her son safe. Her son is not going to be safe in that community.
Like me personally, if Maggie thinks that the hilltop is still safe for her son, I'm sorry, then she's an idiot.
Oh, I agree. Like I said, I don't know the reason. Maybe Maggie has a good reason for standing against the Commonwealth, not wanting to let them in. But if she doesn't, then I'm gonna say flat out Maggie is being stupid because uh, the thing with the Commonwealth is they offered to help and they need their help. And it's not like the Saviors where the Commonwealth, well, the Saviors didn't give anything back in return. The Commonwealth does. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that is Maggie trying to hold on to her pride as being a leader? Because if that's the case, then that makes her a horrible mother because she should be thinking of Herschel, giving him a life he deserves. Because for the past many years of his life, Herschel has been eating spiders, being on the road, and running away from threats with her. That has not been a good childhood for Herschel.
Like maybe the only reason Maggie doesn't trust the Commonwealth is because she's thinking, okay, uh, this was once my home, and this group is trying to come into my home and take control of my community, and I'm not going to let that happen.
I mean, the thing is that is very possible, but like I said, the way the hilltop is now, Maggie needs to understand that she does need the Commonwealth's help. She does. And she needs to um I guess talk with Pamela or talk with someone and just, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is she doesn't need to trust them, but she does need their help. And the thing is also with Maggie and the Hilltop, that hasn't been her home in years. I'm just pointing it out again, Epic, that she did leave the Hilltop without saying goodbye for years with Herschel. When she
I really hope, and not to cut nobody off here, I really hope somebody brings that up, like brings that up to Pamela. Like, listen, I don't want Mag, not like playing Maggie out, just like being like, listen, I really hope you guys pick a leader to lead Hilltop if Hilltop gets rebuilt, because with Maggie, she hasn't been with us, been with us at Hilltop for years, and then Pamela will, or Lance will be like, why is that? And then that's when we see like say this random guy, he's like, oh, because Maggie abandoned us many years ago to go play in the woods with some random group she doesn't even know, and that's where Pamela and or Lance gets the realization, like, okay, we if we're gonna rebuild Hilltop, then we have to choose who should be the next leader, because we don't need a leader that just magically comes back after abandoning her own people. I don't think knowing Pamela, I don't think she would be on board with something like that.
And like I just said, if Maggie thinks that Hilltop is safe and would be a good home for her son, then she's an idiot.
Yeah, because I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up. Is the Commonwealth perfect? No, but let's think what happened recently in Alexandria. The kids had to eat burned horse meat, and they almost drowned in a basement full of walkers. It's quite clear our group needs serious help, and they need it. Otherwise they're gonna lose more kids. I mean, for Pete's sake, like it's gonna happen.
Like me personally, I would understand why it would be hard for them to give up Alexandria, considering all the stuff that they went through trying to keep it safe from the moment it was introduced all the way up until now. But
I know, but like I said, they abandoned Alexandria in season 10, when Beta went there with the herd, to go in that old hospital thing, the tower, whatever. And yeah, it's like, that was not a smart idea at all. Why leave Alexandria, for some poorly defended hospital? Like it just didn't make any sense. I don't know. It was just so weird.
maybe the only reason they did that is because they were like, "Oh my God, we need to get out of here and get away from this herd."
I know, but the thing is, Alexandria had walls, and it had the houses. The hospital that they were at, it had nothing. It had cruddy walls, and that's it. You know what I mean? I guess what I'm trying to say is that Alexandria is very defendable. Is it hidden? No, but it's defendable. And the hospital where they went to is not defendable. And yeah, it was hidden, but they should have known it wasn't going to be hidden for long. And like I said, yeah, maybe it's gonna be hard for them to give up Alexandria, but like the Commonwealth, we gotta think about it from their perspective. This group is literally struggling. They need their whole. It's not just like, oh, they need they have to live with us. No, it's even worse than that. Alexandria needs the Commonwealth's help to rebuild itself. That is so much stuff. Like, think about it. They're giving Ezekiel medication. You know what I mean? They're giving, food, supplies, walls. I mean, Alexandria needs walls now. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that our group, they do need to meet the Commonwealth halfway or something. You know what I mean? They need to establish that, like, hey, we have nothing to give the Commonwealth in trade for everything they're doing with Ezekiel's medicine and helping us. We have nothing else to give them. We have nothing. So yeah, I mean, if they really think they can hold 100% control of Alexandria and use the Commonwealth's resources, they're mistaken. Okay, I'm sorry, but something's got to give, This group literally is breaking their backs for you. They are literally giving you all this stuff. You got to give something back in return. I'm just saying it's fair. It's fair from what I'm seeing currently. Is the Commonwealth corrupt with the whole politics thing and the class system? Yeah, but in terms of wanting to add to their communities, that seems more than fair to me.
Yeah.
Like making Alexandria another Commonwealth. Like, obviously you can talk with the leaders and stuff, but like, yeah, you should be open to it, because it's pretty clear our group can't do this anymore. They can't. I mean, they almost lost their kids. They almost starved, yeah, exactly.
And I mean, Judith and Gracie were trapped in a flooding basement with walkers, like freaking coming down the stairs trying to get them, and then Aaron had to come and save them. So
yeah, yes, they saved them, but what if they didn't? Like Carl, like our group, they're not. At some point, something's gonna happen, where they're not gonna be able to save a certain character, like or one of the kids, and that's gonna be on them. So I definitely think that in terms of safety, the Commonwealth can provide that. Our group doesn't have the resources to survive, and they definitely are not safe anymore like they used to be. So they definitely need this help.
Because I mean, near the end of the episode when we saw Alexandria, it was freaking half like destroyed, disheveled, and just it looked like a war zone.
Exactly. I mean, absolutely. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, I truly believe that, like, hey, listen, the Commonwealth is kind of, helping you guys out, and maybe you guys can be a little grateful. You don't have to trust them and give every single thing in. But when it comes to like Daryl being a soldier, it's like it makes sense because I guess what I'm trying to say is Daryl being a soldier makes sense because they owe the Commonwealth big time. Like I said, they do. So
Yeah, I'm guessing Daryl probably went to the Commonwealth, saw like one of their banners, like become like join our army, become a soldier, and he was like, yeah, okay, I'll try it out. And
I think, yeah. Um, and also,
I know this
really
is
quick,
off
guys.
top.
Go ahead, Walker Dead.
No, I want to. I know this is off topic, Brian, but I want to ask you, like, um, I know, I don't know. Maybe I asked this before, but overall, like, which characters in season three, episode one of my Walking the Reboot series you think were good the most?
Hmm. I I don't know. Everyone was really, really good, honestly. The minor characters, the main characters. Um, I honestly cannot pick. I can't. No one really um was my favorite. Everyone just kind of worked off each other very well. So yeah, I honestly cannot say. But okay, guys, 10 more minutes and I have to end the stream. Um, but yeah, I guess okay. So oh yeah, so next week I am gonna do episode 10. I'm gonna talk about episode 10 in a live stream. I'm gonna do the live streams every week. I'm not gonna be able to talk on Discord as often. I'm gonna be kind of busy because you guys know season 3 of Extinction, the second half is premiering this week actually. In 2 more days, episode 8 is gonna come out for my season 3 series, of Extinction, and I do need some more extra time in the week to make sure everything's perfect for those episodes. Yeah. So, anyways,
and by the way, I don't know if you saw the comments, but I kept asking you if you had a good time in North Carolina.
oh yeah, I saw that. Thanks, Epic. Yeah, I did. I went to Winterfest with uh, my brother and a whole bunch of other young people from churches from all across the U.S. So, yeah, it was fun. We stayed at a hotel and it was good. Yeah. Um,
But like, yeah, this episode, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best Walking Dead episode I've ever seen. Like I said before, it's good, but there are those plot holes or those little issues that like stopped us from being perfect. Because like I said, um, certain scenes were cut. The whole Aaron rope thing, um, so certain moments, like the show forgot, like I don't know, Roy's kids, like they completely forgot about, things dropped. Maggie's extra wardens, and then Daryl not having a haircut and messy armor. Yeah, little things like that. Hey, Chosen. He's in the chat. Let me just say 1 second. Stupid fingers.
I want to ask you, Brian, real quick. I know you're typing. I want to ask you, do you feel like if Maggie continues with this path she's going down, do you feel like she could die in season 10C? Like, do you feel like she could die in some capacity? Like, maybe get Rick's comic book death in the show at this point?
I don't think that maybe, but I will say that um, it definitely doesn't look like Maggie is gonna get her Commonwealth arc, or her ending kind of thing. And it's like it's so weird. Like in a comic, Maggie was like so distrustful of Pamela, the whole Commonwealth thing, and then all of a sudden, time skip, boom, she's like president. It's like what? And then she's all for the Commonwealth. She becomes the next Pamela. She put her career over. She put her career over her child. And like here in the show, it's a complete opposite. In the show, Maggie did the exact opposite. She put her child in danger so many times. She's not giving him a life that a better life with the Commonwealth. She's doing the exact opposite, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, why can't the Maggie meet in the middle? Where like she doesn't need to
I know,
spoil,
right?
yeah, she doesn't need to spoil Herschel, but like, um, like in the comics, but like, oh my goodness, like seriously, the poor kid needs a life. Like, my goodness, he's had to eat spiders. I mean, come on, Maggie. Like, listen, okay, I don't know if you have a really good reason, maybe you do, but Maggie, if it's just pride, get rid of your pride and think about your son, because the way the hilltop looked at the end of this episode, that is no place for Herschel to live. Like, it is not gonna live, man. There's what, Maggie, Elijah, a few wardens there, and him. Like, oh my goodness, does she want him to grow up to be a psychopath? Like, who's had no interactions with other kids? Like, oh my goodness, like,
And
that's no
like I
life for
said,
him.
if Maggie thinks Hilltop is safe for Herschel, she's an idiot. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Exactly. This is why, like, not to cut nobody off here. That's why, and yes, I'm going to bring this up again. This is why Maggie in my Walk in the Reboot series is way better than Maggie in the show. Because let's be honest here, with Maggie in the show and with Maggie in the comics, she just becomes this terrible like character towards the very end. But with Maggie in my Walk in the Reboot series universe, she's way better because Maggie in my Walk in the Reboot series, she would never abandon her people. She would never do any of that. That's why Maggie in my Walk in the Reboot series is different than both her TV show and comic book counterparts. Because with Maggie in my show, that's not the kind of person she is. She would never abandon her own people.
yeah, exactly. Guys, a little bit more, and then I really have to go. Um,
So
but
episode 10, I'm guessing, is when you meet Pamela Milton.
what, episode 10?
Episode 10 is when we meet Pamela, right?
Do you really want to know?
Just curious, that's all.
I mean, we saw the
You could tell
episode.
me. You can spoil it though. I'm not. You can if you want to spoil it. You can go right ahead. Even though I'm gonna find out anyway. You can go right ahead and spoil.
Wait, I thought you guys saw episode 10.
I
Oh,
mean,
sorry,
I'm
9.
not gonna lie. I did see a little bit of season 11, episode 9, because of the spoilers and some of the clips I saw. But with season 11, episode 10, I didn't really see it. I mean, but yeah, the things I mentioned in season 11, episode 9 of the Walking Dead TV show, those like the stuff I mentioned in that specific episode, those are the scenes I saw. Like, that pointless scene with Elijah. I'm like, bro, what was that, bro?
Yeah, the whole Elijah thing. Elijah had literally no purpose in the entire Reaper arc. He didn't avenge his sister. He didn't kill a single Reaper. He honestly had no point to the Reaper arc. Honestly, like, I'm just thinking, like, oh my goodness, I don't know. It's just so weird.
I said to Walker Dead earlier that even though Angela Kang has been making a lot of mistakes and she's not the greatest writer in the world and she's not a very good showrunner, Ian and Andy are 10 times worse in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they're the worst showrunners in the world. They are the worst in the entire world. Oh my goodness.
I want to ask you about real quick, not to you off. Wait, in season 3, episode 1 of my Walking Dead reboot series, what did you think of the scene where Andrea and Carl were killing walkers side by side? Like, what do you think about that scene?
Yeah, I noticed that. That's pretty cool. Because obviously in the comics they have a close relationship, unlike in the show. Although I don't know what you're gonna do with. Oh wait, Chosen says Elijah should have been an ex-Reaper. Yeah, Chosen's right. That actually would have been a little interesting, because Elijah, he had the skills to be Reaper. He had the mask. He was the only one of Maggie's people that really had a full blown mask, and then he was silent, he was quiet, and then all of a sudden they just made him a baby who kept complaining about his dead sister. I'm like, what is this character? He stopped wearing his mask and he kept crying. I'm like, what is this character now?
I know, right? But before, like during, and yes, this is one of the positives they had during the Walking Dead season 10C. They the way they introduced Elijah was this badass, cool character that nobody knows about. But now in season 11, B of the Walking Dead TV show, like in season 11, episode 9, it's like Elijah doesn't even get a chance. Like, in my opinion, it's like, okay, I'm like, okay, he's injured, but right where he gets his chance to finally kill Reaper, he's not able to, because one, he's injured, and two, he just falls to the ground. I don't know. It makes, I don't know. In my opinion, it makes the character look like an idiot, and I'm like, bro, what is this?
I agree.
And Walking Dead,
What's up, Epic?
and I said it before, if Maggie thinks the hilltop is a good place for Herschel, then she is also an idiot.
Yeah, like I said, Epic. I like I told you before, and yes, I'm going to say it again. Maggie in the Walking Dead TV show is not all that good of a character. She's not a good character no more. Maggie in the TV show, in the Walking Dead TV show, she's not all that good of a character like she once was. It's like ever since Glenn died in the show, Maggie became this nobody, like
Hey
Well,
guys,
this dictator that just wanted to rule Hilltop.
hey guys,
well,
I have to go now. Actually, I'm gonna be ending the stream.
well, you can thank Gimple for that because it was Gimple's decision to kill Glenn. So yeah, it's his fault.
All right, guys. I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna close the stream right now. I want to thank you guys for the chat. This was a lot of fun. And yeah,
Wait, hold on. We got some. Wait, I have like a last minute question because I know you have to leave. My last minute question is.
Okay, last question.
Yeah. My last minute question is. Who do you like? Name 3 Walking Dead characters you think could die in season 3A of my Walking Dead reboot series.
David, Chris, and T Dog. I'll go with T Dog.
Interesting.
All right. Okay, Epic. Thanks for coming, man. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Chosen, for stopping by a little as well. Sorry I have to end it here, but I really have to go. But yeah, guys, this was a lot of fun. And I hope you guys stay safe from spoilers as well as stay safe in real life from everything out there. Yeah, guys, I will talk to you all.
Well, I mean, I'll be safe because I got my I got my 3 vaccine shots. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of your night and take care. Bye.
Yep.